At 5 weeks old now, Sherlock, you can see, is quite a bit more mobile than he was. But we want to keep on working on his physical therapy because that right leg still splays out. So I am going to build a chute for him, and it's probably easier to show you than to explain the use of the chute. So let's get started on the construction. We'll be back to our little baby in just a minute. So I have my little makeshift shop here in my garage, which hasn't seen a car in a long time. I measured Sherlock. He is about 4 inches at the rib cage. I want to allow a little extra space for breathing room and to allow for growth because he is still growing rapidly. So I'm going to give it 4 1/4 inches for him. I'm going to line it with 2x8s, which are not 2x8. Did you know that? They're actually 1.5 by 7.5. But so 1.5 for the width of each of the 2x8s. That's 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3, plus the 4 1/4 is 7 1/4. So I'm going to make my platform about 8 inches wide. Now I have a piece of plywood here. It's 2 feet by 4 feet, and I'm going to make a 4-foot run. So I'm just going to take from the 2 feet, I am going to measure 8 inches and rip that on my table saw. So there is my 8 inches by 4 foot platform that's going to serve as the floor of the chute. Since the chute is going to be 4 feet long, I have an 8-foot piece of 2x8, so cut that in half. That gives me 2 4-foot pieces, so isn't that convenient? So let me measure and cut. Ouch. I got some 3-inch screws, which I think are long enough to hold it nice and sturdy. And I'm going to drive a bunch of them in, first one end, then the other end, and then through the middle. And my last step will be to give him a surface that has some traction. I have some old egg crate foam, which I replaced with a big sheet, and this comes in little 1 foot by 1 foot pieces, which I don't need anymore. I'm not going to use the bumpy side. I'm going to use the smooth side, but it does give him a lot of traction, much more traction than he would get on the bare wood. So I'm going to cut this into the widths that I need, and I'm going to use little stick-ons to get it attached. Well, it is now ready, and so let's go get Sherlock. Well, let's bring this into him because I don't want him in the garage, kind of dirty. And we'll see how it works. So, I have Sherlock with his hobbles on, and that will help him to move those legs properly. I have a wee bit of the puppy mousse mixed with formula, so he ought to really love the smell of that, and we'll use that to lure him. So let's see how it goes. Sherlock, you smell? Come on, come get it. Come get it. Come on. Good boy. Sherlock, come on, buddy. Oh! Sherlock, come on. This is kind of like, you've heard the phrase eat and run. This is eat and walk. Come on, all the way. All the way, all the way. Good boy. And just for the fun of it, let's try this without the hobble attached at all and see how he does. Because he really can't splay his right leg out too far in this chute. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. What a good boy. You get a little treat. Yeah. Come on, Sherlock. Sherlock, come on. Actually does pretty well without the hobble. Come on. So our little boy had his first adventure with the chute, and it's going to be the first of a bunch. I will keep that handy, and every day for the next few days we will be practicing. You did a good job, little buddy. You did a very good job, yes. See how excited he gets?